Hey, hey, I think we're live. Good morning, good morning. Okay, so, just gonna adjust these things all tiny bit. This is aligned, good. Okay, still have like a bunch of stuff open because I worked a bit before starting to stream, but doesn't matter. I'm gonna show you everything real quick. Okay, can find this. Okay, so if I play the game, nothing really changed. Still working the same. WSD or the mouse cursor to move. Yeah, right, tap on stuff works, and I can hold them. The only thing I added is the menu at the bottom here, bottom left corner. So on the phone, there's like more touches that appears because I can touch it with multiple fingers. Computer, I can't really do that, sadly. Yeah, so touch move, releasing it. When I click on something, it doesn't show anything, but if I hold it, it's written holding, and the name of the actor that is hold. So then we know which actor is interacted with. So this is pretty much what I just added. I also did a bunch of cleanup, like a bunch of cleanup. First of all, in the inputs here, I didn't change these. Oh yeah, and I switched to for the 26. Yeah, they added like a new feature here. It's pretty nice. Like if you add a new input, you don't have like to search for it or type something to find it. You can just like, if it's a keyboard input, you can just like click on this and then press the key you want to use, which is pretty neat. Like it's not a big deal, but yeah, it can like simplify your life a bit when you're changing the inputs. It's pretty nice, pretty nice. It's a small little feature that is quick to implement, I guess, but it's pretty nice. So yeah, that was the for the 26 review. I didn't look at all the new stuff, like including the water and stuff. I saw a bunch of people tried to use the new water. I don't even know how to where it is and how to start using it, but yeah, I saw some new stuff that people did with the water. Looked nice. And I don't even know what anything else is in the new for the 26 version because I didn't look at the patch note or anything. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. I added like all the inputs, so now we can touch with 10 fingers if we want. I separated them into two categories, so because the first touch is pretty important because it's the one that's gonna move the player, and that's the one that's gonna also select stuff, like tap on stuff. Tap on stuff, everything can tap. Every finger can tap on something, but only the first finger can hold something. Because it's gonna be like the secondary action. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And if we go see how it looks on the code side, because it needed some changes on there too. If you remember in the last stream, I had like this function here, copy pasted like 5 times, one per input. So that was pretty annoying. So instead, I just have like that new function, which is like any other touch. That doesn't include like the first touch, because the first touch is still going up here. And then what I'm doing, I'm just comparing the key with a map I created here. So touch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Technically the touch one will never come in there, so I can just remove it, doesn't matter. So yeah, and then I'm mapping them to the index I wanted to use, so they are zero based compared to the touch that are one based, so I'm just subtracting one for every index. Oh yeah, I have a map here, and I'm just finding them to determine which index I'm using. Other than that, I just added a bunch of little macro here and there to simplify the code a bit. So it's just like wrapping around the structure and returning a reference. Reference, pretty important, because we want to modify that reference. So it's returning the reference. So taking the index as input, getting the touch in the array, and then returning the reference. And same for the inputs in the game mode. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I replaced in the code everywhere pretty much. I use these function instead. I get touch state, it's pretty much just getting the touch and then breaking and get the state, because I was using it a bunch of places. I was using like this exact code everywhere, so I just combine them into a macro, and then I can use that macro everywhere. So it's cleaner. So yeah, here, like let's say I have a touch state instead of having like break. And also before I was looking at all the inputs, I was comparing to see if all the inputs were touching or not, like if I had more than 2 fingers on the screen, for example. So to replace that, because it was pretty ugly, I just added a new touches on screen variable, which is just an array of index, which I'm adding like in pressed, and I'm removing them in released, which is here. So yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. So then I can like compare with this variable to see if there's more than one finger on the screen. So when I want to add the zoom, I'm not adding the zoom if there's more than 2 fingers or less than 2 fingers on the screen. Obviously, same for the location. Location need only 1 finger on the screen, which is the first finger, because it's the one that's gonna be moving the camera actually. So yeah, and then yeah, that's it. That was the only utility of that variable, is just to detect if we had the right amount of finger on the screen. So yeah, if we quickly go through all the functions to see if they changed, I reorganized them, but doesn't really matter. Add desired zoom from touch. So if we have 2 fingers, if one of the 2 fingers is moving, and actually, yeah, if the first or the second finger are moving, because we need at least 1 finger to move. At least these 2 fingers on the screen and moving. So we don't want the first finger to be holding something or tapping something. And then blah blah blah. We apply the zoom. Adding the zoom didn't change much. Still just getting the reference from the macro. Same here. Applying the zoom. Yeah, nothing changed in there. Getting the using the macro at the beginning. Desired location for touches, I added this part at the beginning, like I said, and then using reference, the macro for the reference. Same thing for the location, I'm just using the reference here. Oops. Set desired location using the reference, apply the location using the reference, get touch location, Oh yes, I added a current platform variable, which is set in the game mode. Sorry, if I go in the game mode, which is here, at the begin play, I'm just setting the current platform, which is I'm looping through an enum that I did, which contains like only two values for now, actually three. It has the invalid value and then Windows and Android. So we are gonna know if we're on Windows or Android. Later we're gonna add probably Mac or iOS if we need them. Yeah, because we want to detect if we're using a mouse or the finger. That's the only reason for now that we're making that distinction between the two platforms. So the way I'm doing it is just since the name is the same in the enum versus the return value of the get platform name, I'm using it to compare. Comparing them, and then if it's equal, we just set it into the current platform. So then we don't have to compare the string every time. We just get the enum from the game mode. We can probably save it somewhere else, but for now it's gonna be there because it's easy to access. So yeah, I just changed the way the touch location was set up, but the result is pretty much the same. Update touches. I didn't change much in there. Same thing using the reference here and there, and here too. Nothing really changed here. Touch pressed the same. This is pretty much the same too. Oh, I just added at the end here in touch release. If we were holding something, we want to stop holding. So it's just calling the interface stop hold, which is nothing for now, but if we were like holding an object, moving it around, and then we stop holding it, we probably want to like drop the object and just let it drop on the ground or place it somewhere on the grid or something like that. This is the first idea I have. Other than that, like maybe show a menu or I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, I also add that little variable here, the held actor. So this is just to keep track of the actor that is held, which is pretty straight to the point. Yep, didn't change. Old, using the reference and setting the held actor here before calling the old function on it. Stop old, yeah, pretty much the same that I just showed you, and then get actor under finger. It's pretty much the same. Nothing really changed here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, so that's where I am right now. So yeah, I just added a bunch of new inputs. I just cleaned up a little bit, and then I created like a little interface for debug purposes, just to see which touch are active, which one were used, which one weren't, the quantity of touch on the screen, and the actor I'm currently holding. So yeah, the code in there is like pretty ugly, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just looping through everything, every frame, and updating them. It's pretty ugly, but it's just for debug purposes. In the final game, I'm gonna delete that thing, so it's not gonna cost anything in performances in the final game. And for now, it's just like a simple tool that's gonna help me if I have some issue on my phone. Okay. Oh yeah, I added a little issue, not really an issue, but console, show console on 4-finger taps. This is something I want to disable because it was pretty annoying on the device when I wanted to try if I was able to use like 10 fingers or something. This was showing up. It was showing the console and I was super annoyed. So we're just gonna remove it. Hey, sorry. I don't know why I felt sleepy. Okay. Then we get back to the real world. So, what I wanted to do today is pretty much just adding a load and save function and functionality in the game. So I want to be able to save the current position on the map. That's pretty much it. It will also save like the preferences for the settings, the speed of the inputs and stuff like that, sensitivity. But it's not my main focus. It's just gonna work by default, which is nice. Which is nice. Okay, so create a new folder. Woo. New folder. I'm gonna name it save. Actually, not even sure if I want to do that. Yeah, for now we're just gonna stay in core because it's pretty core. A save functionality. And I'm gonna create a save game object here, calling pp save. Here we go. I don't think too much. I just want it to hold a variable. Actually, all my structures that I want to save. So as inputs. That's the only one I want to save. So that's pretty much it. Nothing really in there. We're probably gonna like set some default values, or actually, probably doesn't matter. Yeah, it probably doesn't matter. I press play here. Yeah, the camera is moving, so that's not good. That means that the player start is not really good. If I move it over there, yeah, it's. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. Okay, that's pretty much the center of the map, so it's pretty good. Or actually, no, it's just because this is bad size, I think. Yeah, whatever. It's gonna be untold by code anyway. Yeah, some people are spamming me. Stop spamming me. Ah. Okay. This is why I usually work in the morning. Because I'm getting distracted by people in the day. So I have my BP save that contains my inputs. That's good. I'm gonna do the loading and saving in the game mode because I don't have really all other utilities for it for the game mode. So yeah, I'm just gonna create a save function, a load function, and a delete function because it's gonna be useful while debugging. Be able to delete the game and start again. So save. To save it, create save game object. I'm gonna use my class pp save. I'm gonna set s inputs. Using my inputs that are currently in the game mode. Yeah, I'm not sure I like this. I'm not sure if it's a bug or something, because there's clearly just like before that little drop down here only appeared when there were more than one input connected to the pin. Now it appears all the time. So I think it's super annoying that we have like 2 clicks to do if we want to straighten. So that's not really nice, but Maybe it's just a bug because it's the first version of for the 26. I'm not sure. Anyway, so creating the save game object, setting inputs, save game to slot. For now, I'm just gonna have like one slot for everything. So app save. This is gonna be the name of the slot. So that's good. And that's it. This is the save. So load game from slot using the same name. This is gonna be I cast this in my BP save, otherwise it won't work. I won't have access to all the variables. And then I can set the input, get inputs. I can set the inputs in my game mode. So that's good. And then to delete the game, delete game and start. And I pass it the delete. That's pretty much it, actually. As simple as that. Okay. So now, what we want to do? We want to check in the load game, actually. We want to check if the save game exists, or maybe not, because it's gonna use everything by default, which are already good. Like my structure inputs here already contains all the default values that are good. So I don't actually have to check if the game exists. Maybe it's gonna print an error message though if I try to load it at the beginning, but it doesn't exist. So if I just call load game in the beginning, yeah, fail to load the save game. And since I don't like to have like useless warnings, just gonna does game exists? Does save game exist? So we're gonna check if the game exists before trying to load it, just to remove that little warning message. Okay. So now we're loading the edits. Okay. So. Beginning, we're gonna set the current platform, which is fine. And then load the game, which makes sense. And then we probably want to load the level that we want to play. Right now, we're not loading any level, we're just playing directly in the persistent. That is not what we want to do. We clearly want to be able to load a level and initialize stuff when we want to do it, just in case that something weird happens and the order initialization order the objects are not like set properly. Like if the order is messed up and let's say an object depends on the initialization of another object before being able to do its job properly. Like let's say it's big and play uses the other object's variable that was set during the other object's big and play or something like that. So if the begin place order is wrong, we want to be able to adjust that. Actually, the best thing would be to just we can add. I don't know. There's a stick order, but I don't know if there's a big and play order. Add tick prerequisite actor, which it's gonna put an actor before another one in the tick loop. This only applies to the tick function. Okay. Add begin play. Nope. Prerequisite vector. Is there something else? No, it's just for the tick. Sadly, it's just for the tick, but it's fine. So we're gonna load the game, and then we're gonna load the level. Do we want to load the level every time we load the game? Probably. So open level. So at the end of load game, whatever if it existed or not, we're gonna open the level. Open it. That's good. So load stream load level or level instance, nah. Load streaming. Did it change? Load level instance. Huh, did they change the way the level string is working? Yeah, I think they changed it. So there's no unload. It was load. That's weird. Should be visible, should be loaded. This part here didn't change, but I don't really want to do it that way. That's interesting. So load stream, load level instance. This is gonna. That's interesting. That's not what I expected. That's interesting. Hmm. So this is gonna load the level. Then if we want to unload it, we have to pass it the object. Why would we want to set it to false? Okay, I'm gonna start by just trying to see if we can load a level, and then we'll see what we can. So this level start. I'm just gonna yeah, we're gonna have to move some stuff around. So L one is gonna be the world, and the other one is gonna be like entry or something. So we're currently in entry, and then if I use the level tab, levels. Here we go. We want to add the world in it. The world is gonna be blueprint loaded, which is good. So we pretty much want to move everything in there, except The player start, I guess. Yeah. Move selecting vectors into level. Yes, for everything. That's good. If I hide this thing, I just have the debug blueprint, which I don't care about, and the player start, which I don't care about either. So that's good. And then in the world, I have everything. So if I press play now, nothing works anymore, which is good. So now if I load level, that's so weird. Why would they set the load level weird? That's interesting. Otherwise, we can always do it the other way. So L world. I guess I have to keep it? Or get stream level. I can get it with the name. Yeah, I can get it with the name and then pass it in there. Yeah. That's so weird. So what we want to do here is just, let's say we can start. Okay, the level is loading, so that's good. And then I just want to load delay, like let's say 2 seconds. See if we can unload it like that. That doesn't seem to work. Yep, that's not unloading the level. That's so weird. Okay, we can do it the other way. If I don't really like, if it's the way Unreal wants us to do it, set should be loaded. Set should be visible. And set should work on load. So stuff like that. So what do we want? We're just gonna go back graph here, create a custom event. Okay. Actually, it's more on level visible because we want to be notified when the level is done loading. So create events. On level visible. So we have the streaming level here. Getting bind to it. First thing we're gonna set is the block unload. So should block unload false, should be loaded, sure, should be visible, sure. That's good. So as soon as the level is loading, we're gonna show it, and then this event should be called here. And then we should be able to set visible after delay to false. So dollar after 2 seconds adds the level, and then we can probably hide it, unload it too. Okay. Open the level. Okay, actually small like show world level level or maybe load and unload. Load and unload the level. The unload level, we're gonna use that over here. Should plug on unload. Oops. Set plug. Set should be visible. Set should be loaded. False. Here we go. Which it's gonna be pretty useful for now, but at least we have everything we need for the future. Okay. Do we need? No, I don't think we care about anything else, so that's good. Okay. Okay, so now the game's gonna be loaded. Do we want to save every now and then, or we just want to have a button for now? I think we're just gonna use a button for now. Yeah, that's gonna be simpler. So play, load the game, play stuff. Good. So now I'm just gonna go to my debug menu and just add a couple buttons. So box, top right corner, I guess. Button. And the text. This one's gonna be game. Load game. Save game. Delete game. Button save game. Button delete game. Get the game mode. Call the load function. The save function. And the delete function. Okay. So now since everything is set in that structure in the game mode, it should pretty much just save our position. So if we save here, then we stop, play again, yeah, it moves us back here. So if I'm zoomed in like super close like that, and I save, like next time I'm gonna load the game, it's gonna put me back in the same place. So that's good. For now, it's just saving the positions, but later it's gonna be able to save more stuff. Okay, if the load, that's interesting. The load button doesn't do anything when the save is deleted, which I think makes sense. Because it doesn't revert back to the default inputs. We should probably revert back to the default inputs. Which is pretty simple to do actually. We're just gonna do that. Because by default, all these values are good. So let's say I save it here and then I load, it goes back here. That's good. Doesn't seem perfect though. I think that my zoom rotation is weird. I don't know, it seems fine. Okay, so I'm reloading them. But then if I delete it and then I reload again, it goes back to the beginning. But that's good. Okay, that's good. Okay, good, 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 good. This is just the first thing I wanted. I want to be able to save and load, which is the position. But then we're gonna use exactly the same technique for all the resources, materials, everything. Since I also want to be able, like, for the user to be able to build his own world, uh, we're going to like to spawn all the stuff dynamically based on what is saved. And this is pretty much the main reason why this is important for now, like to do it now, because it's gonna be the base of everything. Just put this offset from the corner, but not important. Good. So now we have the inputs and the loading done. Woohoo! Hey, we can start developing the game. That's good. What do you think about that? After like 5 hours, we have the basics. Then we can start developing the game. Just wanna maybe simplify that world, since I don't care about these things actually. Okay, that's good. When we reload, it would be nice to hide the level and reopen it, I think. Um, Oh yeah, I still didn't fix that bug. I tried to fix it, but then it was just useless. Zoom. We're outside of the world. Yeah. Yeah, since it's just happening on Windows, in the editor, not only on Windows, but in the editor. So it doesn't matter really. Oof, that seems broken. Wow. Saved like that? Nice. Can I reload somehow in a good way, please? That's weird. Looks like it broke everything. Oh yeah, not. Oh, that's weird. The camera rotation is not placed properly. Yep. The rotation is so wrong. Where is the first start? It's there. Okay, now it's good. Huh. Well, that's interesting. If I have the persistent hidden, it doesn't have a player spawn anymore, so it doesn't know how to spawn me. Hmm. That's weird. Okay, good to know, good to know. I think it's a bug. I don't think it's uh, a wanted behavior. On the engine side, that's interesting. Okay. The fun of using a new thingy, a new version. Okay. So. So, since I want to be able to edit the world, is it the first thing we're gonna do, or? Sorry again. Yeah, probably that's the first thing we should do. Edit the world. So we're gonna start with something simple. By that I mean the default world, because I want to be able to build a world, and the user will be able, like the player will be able to edit that world. So he can delete everything if he wants and rebuild it from scratch, or use what's there. I'm probably gonna have stuff that it's not deletable. Yep. Okay. So we can start by skill beer is not really useful, but we can probably rename that. So it's gonna be a world actor instead of a tap actor, and BP world actor. Probably most of the stuff in the game's gonna be a world actor, except the code, obviously. So everything's gonna be pretty much child of that class. That means that we're pretty much gonna erase everything from there for now, and even the cube, and I don't like let's say, yeah, we're gonna keep that root for now. Okay. I'm gonna delete everything in the scene that is not what I want. These two, that cube, the light source, I guess I'm gonna keep it. The sky, whatever, go away. The skylight, go away. And the sphere, go away. I'm just gonna keep it light. So if I add some stuff in there, we can see it, but it doesn't matter. That's good. So we have the world actor. Then I'm gonna create a child under that. And it's gonna be BP. It's gonna be just a cube one under that big parent we have. We're gonna just add a cube in there. In the cube, let's say it's gonna be a tenth of the size in height. So we can make like a kind of floor, like a grid, maybe floor grid with multiple of these. So we can have as many as we want. I have like a couple of these here. I don't know how many I want to have just yet, but It's the test. Let's say, is this a good amount? Camera's broken. Oh, it seems small. Yep, we're gonna need bigger cubes. Double the size, or time the size, maybe. So we're gonna delete one of these. One cube in the middle. Yeah, that seems more reasonable. Okay. So I just want to have like, let's say 9 of these for now. Am I leaving a little crack just to see? Yeah, sure. Let's see. We can do that. So we have like a beginning of the world, of a world or something. Okay. All these objects are interactable, and we want to be able to destroy them if we want. And we want our changes to be saved. So we might want to have like a world that is the default world, or actually maybe just the default data is going to be saved somewhere in the structure. Yeah, okay. Pretty much all the actors can have multiple functions, which is create them and remove them. This is going to be the base. So, for now, so they're gonna have like destroy actor. Actually, it's gonna be probably like a move, not well, add to well. And the add world would probably gonna need a position as input. Position, which is gonna be a vector. And in the remove is gonna be pretty simpler, which is destroy. Oops. Destroy self. Destroy actor. We want to destroy self. But we want to remove it from the structure that is the world first. So we need that structure though. So in the world actor, I'm gonna put it in the core just because. Then I'm gonna reorganize stuff here. Not the enum. Structure S world. And then in there we want to have an array of actors. So the world actor. Actually, do we want an array of? We don't want an array of actors because we're not gonna have the actors. We want a structure that contains all the info that an actor is gonna have. So the structure is gonna contain the position, the whole transform actually, and then it's gonna also contain the class, its build state, and a bunch of other stuff. Okay. So this one's gonna be in the world actor, I think. So print structure s world actor. Then we're gonna start by the class. So actor gonna be class reference. My music just stopped. I want some music. Give me some music. This seems fine. Good. I don't hear anything. Is it fine though? Is it? Not too bad. So the actor class, the transform. What else? For now, I don't think we're gonna need anything else. We're gonna just start with that. And it's gonna be an array of structure. So world actor. That's good. Then what we want to do is add and remove them and then save the result. So in the game mode here, I'm just gonna save that structure here, same way I did it for the input. So it's world actor. Oh, actually, it's just world. It's world. It's world. I want to save it. Since I want to save it, I'm gonna also add it in the save. Yes, world. Yes, world. Save that thing. So yes, world. I want to get it when we load a new game. And when we want to save the game, it's pretty much going to be the opposite. So set world using the S world that we already had. Here we go. So we want to save it. It's good. Okay. So now, when we remove the actor from world, want to get the game mode. We want to remove get world. Actually, it's not the get game mode. Get game mode. I should rename it. Get world. I'm gonna break the structure, and then I'm gonna remove them from the list. Okay, so how do I map it? It should not be an array. I think it should be more a map, which every actor is gonna have a unique ID that's gonna be added to the map. Yep. Okay. We can do that. We can do that. So in the structure, it's world. It's not gonna be an array. It's gonna be a map. So I want an int that's gonna point to this world. It's gonna be a map of actor, which is good. Every actor is gonna know which one it is, which actor it is. Okay. So when we add an actor to the world, we have a position. Actually, that's not how it's gonna be. That's not how it's gonna be. Or maybe it won't need a world position. The position's already gonna be good. So it's not really alt world data. Remove from world data. We're gonna have like a kind of factor manager out of that. That's gonna end all the spawning, I guess. That would make way more sense. So yeah. So. Add to world data is not gonna need anything because everything is gonna be already saved in the actor itself. So it's going to contain a structure, or not really. Let's say get game mode. Uh, what do we want to do? want to add world. I don't remember. World. What's the name? Get S world. Get S world. Yep. I want to break this. Break. I'm gonna add this to the world. The ID is gonna be pretty simple. And I think I'm gonna add the ID in the structure. Also, the inputs in the world actor is gonna contain its unique ID. Unique ID is gonna be an int, it's gonna be first. So when we spawn that thing, it should contain its unique ID and everything. This. So I'm gonna set this here. Set it there. So we're gonna add this. That's good. We want this to be exposed on spawn because the actor is gonna know when it spawns, it's gonna know where to go. Or actually, maybe not. Maybe the actor is just gonna be given a unique ID. Or the actor can probably get it, actually. Okay. Generate unique ID. We're gonna need a better way to do it, but for now it's gonna be pretty simple. Keys. We're gonna for loop break. Gonna loop I don't know, bunch of times, ton of times. Then contains not if. So we're gonna loop from 0 to whatever, and if it's not already in the list, gonna set the ID here maybe. So this is gonna be the ID of the actor, and then we're gonna break the loop. Okay. This is a super bad way to do it, but whatever. It's gonna work at least. At least it's gonna work. So that's good. So it's setting the ID if it doesn't exist. And then when I'm adding the world data, it's more update world data. Update which is going to update the ID. Do the actor need, do the structure needs to have it? Probably. But this is going to be already good. Let's split this. Okay, yeah. So I'm plugging the ID here. The class get class. Get class. How do I get the class of this actor? Get class? No. Self class. Okay. This is gonna be the class, and then get world transform. Get actor transform. This is updating the data. That's good. Okay. So remove from world data. The only thing we want to do is remove the ID. Okay. This is not useful anymore, so that's good. So generate the unique ID. This can probably happen on begin play. Begin play, I'm gonna generate the unique ID. So when the actor spawns, generates its own ID. And then once the spawning is done, because we're gonna want to choose where to spawn it. Once everything is set up, like the actor is positioned properly and rotated and stuff, we're gonna be able to call update world data, which is gonna set actually the position of the actor. Okay. I think that okay. In the remove from world, we probably want to be able, want to check if this is removable or not first. So can be destroyed, can be removed from world. By default, pretty much everything's gonna be can be removed, but not everything. So find this break. And the actor has to know that. Can be removed. Well, if the actor knows, yeah, but it's a value that will probably be saved in the class itself. Yeah, the value is going to be saved in the class, so it doesn't need to be in the structure. But I think it will be nice to have the actor though here if we need it. Hmm, not yet. So if this can be removed, we remove. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Okay. We don't want to generate the ID on begin play. Because if we spawn this actor, we don't want to generate its ID randomly. So we're gonna delete that too. Okay. I think I'm thinking way too ahead. Okay, so for now, in the cubes, uh, we want to implement that thing. And then we want to remove from world data. So let's say if we, for now, if we set, if we hold on a cube, it's gonna remove it. This can be tested right now. And it doesn't work. Because the cube is not blocking the line trace that I want, because I didn't tell it to do it. So cube, collision, custom, block tap actor. So I'm holding the cube. Doesn't seem to do anything because it cannot be removed. Okay. Class default. Actually, by default, this is gonna be removable. Okay. Oh, that actually doesn't work. Why don't? Uh, I don't know which one is which, so I'm gonna hold all of them until it calls remove. Ah, I removed the destroy function from them. Why did I do that? Oh, destroy the actor. Okay, so okay, we can now destroy stuff. That's good. For now, is this saved? It is saved, but the spawning and stuff is not enabled, so it doesn't work. So the thing we want to do is load the default world if we don't have anything saved. But if we have something saved, we want to load a different world that is completely empty and spawn everything based on the saved world, actually. So yeah, sorry. Okay. Okay, role actor. We're gonna have a spawning manager, something like that. Manager. Okay. Yeah. BP spawn manager. Actually, yeah, whatever, it's gonna be good. This thing gonna have two pretty much functions. It's gonna be do we want to go through the manager to destroy an actor? Probably, actually. Every time we want to destroy an actor, we go through the manager, give it. No, because we don't always have the ID of that actor. But to spawn it, we're gonna go through for sure. Spawn world actor. So, to spawn it, we're gonna need transform and the class. It's gonna be a world actor. It's gonna be a class on the world actor. Transform class. So the generate unique ID will probably be here instead. Okay. We're gonna return the ID. We're gonna game mode. I'm gonna set it in the variable in the begin play. Get the game mode here. So generate the unique ID. Gonna return the ID that was generated. Before that, we're gonna have the last unique ID found. Last generated unique ID. So we can start by this index instead. It's gonna be faster a little tiny bit. A little bit. That's good. Generate the ID. So when we spawn on an actor, we want to generate a unique ID. That's the first thing we want to do. And then can spawn an actor from class, which is going to be the class that I want to spawn an actor from. The transform is going to be that transform. Oof. And then this actor is going to want to know its ID. The ID expose on spawn. Here we go. I'm gonna delete this function. Refresh the ID. So now we can spawn an actor and give it an ID. That's good. That's good. And then on that actor, when we spawn it, we want to add world data or update world data. After it spawns. So the actor is going to be added to the global list. Okay. That's good. Probably want to have a reference to that thing somewhere. Gonna be the spawn manager. Spawn manager here. Then on big and play. Before loading the game and everything, we want to keep a reference of the load manager because we're gonna need it. The spawn manager, spawn manager. Load the game. Then when we're loading the game, when we're loading the game, we want to open a different level or not. No, I don't think so, because I'm gonna save the data into the structure, which is gonna be used by default. That's all good. That's all good. This world, I'm gonna do this because it's gonna contain all the data later. Good, good, good. Okay. So we open level. Good. And once the level is open, we're gonna want to spawn everything. So spawn manager, we're gonna get the world, whoopsie, get the spawn manager, get the world, spawn actor, spawn world actor, break this for values, for loop. So we're gonna loop through all the actors that were saved, and we want to spawn them. This might actually just be in the spawn manager because it's starting to be big. Spawn all previously spawned spawn all actors spawn world data. So we're gonna get the game mode, get the world, get everything in there. That's good. Then we're gonna print this, the class, which is not the right class. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change that. Then this. actor class instead of just actor class. Save everything because the needs to be saved. Spawn all vectors from all data. Boom. Then I don't know why I'm loading a level. Maybe for the lighting. That's probably what I can put the lighting in the default level. Yeah, that's odd. Why am I doing that? Everything is dynamic. We'll see. For now, it doesn't matter. I'm just loading the level for fun. Okay, so the class transform, and it also needs an ID here. Unique ID. The ID can be invalid. It's not equal to this. We don't need to generate a new ID. -999 is going to be the value for invalid. So if it's not invalid, we can just simply use it and plug it in the ID. But if it is invalid, we want to generate a new one. So we're going to generate a new one, like so, and then spawn the actor. Good. Okay, so this is how we spawn the world. Spawn the actor. Give it the ID because we know the ID in that case. So this is pretty much how we spawn it, which is good. I think that's it. Okay. So yes, I'm gonna add a little something in the function library. Get spawn manager. Turn it here, so then we can have access from everywhere. Because it's about time that we test some stuff around a little bit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create another child of this. Pp spawn grid or something, which is just gonna be a big cube with nothing. So actually plain. It's gonna be 10 by 10. No, actually, maybe more like 20 by 20. And I actually don't want to see it. I just want the collision, so maybe I don't want to play. What a box. Collision. It's gonna be like, I don't know. Let's say 20 by 20 for now. It's so tiny. 100, that's good. The height's 100 too, but I'm gonna get it down like so. And in the collision, I'm gonna be whatever. No collision custom. I want it to block my line trace. The object response, I don't want to block anything. It's gonna be a query only. Is it possible to show the box? Yes, it is. So, boom, boom. That's gonna be the world position for now. And then what we're gonna do is when we tap on the box for now, what we want to do is I'm gonna need the position where I tapped, and then I'm gonna spawn stuff with it. So get spawn manager, spawn actor, spawn world actor. Since I don't have a class just yet, I'm gonna use the world actor, or actually the cube. Transform is gonna be made with the location. Can I just do that? Nope. Gonna have to go edit the interface. So when I tap it, I wanna add the location of my tap in the world. And then it didn't work. Or did it? Just that this is not updated. Yeah, okay, exactly. Yeah, that's better. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, so that's good. The unique ID is minus blah 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 blah. Hey. Is it because the parent wasn't compiled? Oh. Okay. This one now. Good. Everything works. Everything works. That's good. Okay. Where's the problem? I don't have a spawn manager in my scene. Spawn manager. Wrong scene. Wrong scene. Okay. So now, okay, I don't have. I guess is that it's spawning them in the middle. Yeah. Or not. That's odd. Maybe that box is just surrounding everything. If I delete this one. Yeah, it's spawning it in the middle because I'm not feeding the position. With my pawn. Tap. I want to feed the location. Okay. Good, so now I can spawn stuff around and destroy stuff. And I can probably save this and load. If I stop and I play again, okay, so it works. Okay. These can go. So I can spawn this stuff here and there. And I can delete it, which is good. And then I can save it. Play again, which creates the same. This is weird though. They should all be at the same height. Okay. Oh, I don't think they are. Are they? Okay, looks like they are. That was weird. Huh. That's probably because it's all black, so it's pretty hard to know. Okay. So I can spawn stuff and then okay. Well, it'd be nice to be able to spawn it in another world, maybe. So if I can unload them, like delete everything that was in that world in one shot will be nice. If I get the streaming level, can I spawn in the level instead? Nope. So if I want to destroy everything, I'm gonna have to keep track of everything. Do I want to destroy everything? If I delete the save, I want to. Or actually, yeah, instead of loading a streaming level, I can always just open a level completely. I can reopen the same level. So maybe I'm not gonna use the streaming levels. I'm not sure. I load the game. I load the world level, which is not useful in my case. Because I'm not gonna have anything in my world. Or almost nothing. It's all gonna be spawned anyway. Yeah. I don't think I need streaming level though. If I do that, then if I delete the game, open level, then I'm gonna open that level. And actually, by default, this is gonna load the game. So I'm gonna need a reload game here instead. Reload game, which is gonna be doing the same thing than the delete, but without deleting the game first. And I want my button in my user interface to call reload game actually, because it's loading it by default. Reload. Save, reload, delete. Reload game. Okay, so now I don't have anything because I'm not showing that level. And that level doesn't contain anything except a light and grid, which will be moved to the persistent. We can remove that in world, which doesn't matter anymore. Okay, so this is my world. I can spawn cubes in it. I can reload. I had nothing, so that's good. I can spawn some cubes around. I can delete the cubes I spawned. Spawn more. And then I can save. If I save, I can reload. Huh. Reload doesn't spawn in everything. That's a little bit weird. We're gonna see why. So let's open this here. And then I go here maybe. 9. I press reload. This is firing again, so that's good. Then it's gonna go load the game. It should go here. It goes here. That's good. Oh yes, because it's not calling the thing. Okay, I know why. I know why. because when I was here, I was waiting for the level to be visible, but now I want to do it in the load. Want the sequence. So I'm loading the data and then I'm spawning everything. Oh, that's good. Delete the function, remove the breakpoint. Yay! Now I have a bunch of stuff. If I delete the game, I stop playing and I start again. That's all good. I'm spawning a bunch of little crap here and there. That's good. I'm gonna delete a couple of them. I'm gonna save it. Reload the game. Looks pretty much the same, so that's good. The camera is adjusting, so that's all right. It's a bit glitchy, but at least the camera is moving to the right position too, so that's good. Yep. Okay, so that's all right. Okay, so if I remove all the bottom row, let's say, here, I'm gonna save it, reload. That's good. If I stop, play again, that's good. Okay. Good, 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 good. So we have some stuff working. We don't have much yet, gameplay wise, but at least we have like some of the basic elements, which will give us the possibility to expand on top of them. And since they are working, they are good. They don't bug for now. I think it's better to take like time to do it properly, and then we can use it in a better way. Oh, okay, it's not building a right map anymore because I changed it. Delete that map. It's useless. Then I'm gonna use it. This one in the project settings. Even though I changed stuff. Okay, yeah. Why? It's trying to load something that it should not load. That's weird. Okay, that's odd. We'll see if it breaks the package. Anyway, so yeah, as I was saying, I think it's better if the core mechanics are working well, and then we can add on top of that. So it's a slow start. It's a super slow start, but at least it's getting there, slowly but surely. So, yeah, here I can, while it's pushing, actually, is it already running? It's already running. I'm gonna fire it up right now. Come on, phone, wake up. Okay, my phone is dead. Can you? Thank you. The app is not running. That's not good. Okay, no, never mind. It's not done. Okay, now it's done. Okay, so I have a black square, exactly the same as in the editor. If I tap around, I can spawn a bunch of stuff. That's good. Then I'm gonna save it. Okay, and then if I reload, oops, I deleted the game. Because the buttons are too small for my phone. So I spawn a bunch of cubes, and I saved. Then I reload. I have the same layout as I had before. That's good. Then I can delete cubes. Reload, did reappear. If I delete cubes again, save, reload, they are deleted. That's good. Then I can delete. Okay, good. Okay, so that's good. That seems to work. My touches For some reason, it only detects, oh, it's rarely detecting more than 2 fingers. That's odd. That's weird. I think I'm gonna have to debug that thing a little bit. But it's fine, doesn't matter. For now, it's good enough. Okay, so that's good. Then if I close the game and reopen it, I should have like the same exact layout as I had before when I saved it. Actually, I think I saved nothing. So save, quit the game, and reload it. And it loads properly with all the new tiles. Good, good, good. I have a weird bug. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna have to debug that. But whatever. For now, it works. Okay, so what I was saying with this here, input for Windows, left click for tab, left click for old, it's working. Good. Inputs for Android, tab and old, they are working, so that's good. Receive the tab and old action, that's pretty much done. This is for later. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. You return rig. Yeah, that's for way later. Anyway, didn't build all these tasks, so I'm gonna do that. Save and load game. And spawn actors, spawn slash and destroy actors from world. That's done too, so that's good. What did we do other than that? That's pretty much it, I think. A debug interface, but that doesn't matter really. It's not really important. Okay. So yeah, that's a start. That is a start. Yep. And I think that's gonna be it for today. It's getting late. Not really, but a little bit coming. A little bit late. And I still have a bunch of stuff to do. So yeah, we have some cubes. Yay! We have all the spawn cubes. Save them, delete them if we want. Yeah, that's good enough. Yep. So if it's holding that thing, yeah, detector should not be possible to hold detector like the ground, but that's not important. Okay, good, good, good. So I guess that's it for today. Thanks to the ones that came by. Ooh, that bug is so funny. Thanks to everybody that passed by and said hello. Yeah, the project is progressing pretty slowly, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna go fast pretty soon once the all default setup is done and we can start working on the basic mechanics, which are not that much actually, but it's gonna be more interesting at least because I'm gonna start adding some visual, and yeah, I think it's gonna be more interesting after all the basic setup is done. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for today. So I'm gonna see you next time. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not. I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, so bye bye. Have a nice day and ciao ciao.